Ladies and gentlemen, now to the PFA Special Merit Award. It's presented by the PFA's Management Committee to someone who's made an outstanding contribution to the game. Here to announce this year's recipient, please welcome the PFA Chairman, Clark Carlisle.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, the PFA Merit Award for 2012 goes to a man for a truly outstanding career that spanned 24 years. With Scunthorpe United, Luton Town, Preston North End twice, and Burnley. He's played over 1,000 games, scoring 129 goals and receiving international honours for Scotland on 40 occasions. It was a privilege to be the roommate of this man at Burnley for 4 years, and I never thought that one of the images that I would miss from football is a 38-year-old man stretching in his Y-fronts and stringfest in a hotel on a Friday night. One of the finest examples of a professional that you will see in the modern-day game. The winner is Mr. Graham Alexander.
We will hear from Graham very shortly, but first here's a tribute to an outstanding career.
You always admire people from the outside, but when you get to work with them on a daily basis, you see their true qualities. And that first training session, it was just to watch him, the way he carried himself, the way he conducted himself. But more than that, his quality on the ball, his passing, it's precise, it's with pace. I mean, he passed the ball like a Champions League player. And I thought to myself, you know, absolutely thrilled to be able to work with a player of that calibre. But more than that, you know, as a man, he's an outstanding man to have at a football club. An absolute credit to himself and his family.
Well, I went to Preston over 10 years ago with Billy Davis, and the first training session we looked at the team and we identified Graham Alexander. Look at this guy, the way he trains, and we thought he was old at that time. And every day in training, Graham Alexander was absolutely outstanding. His attitude was terrific. I don't think I have ever met a player who is more committed to the game of football.
When he arrived, he was a different character to what he is now. You know, he was quite aggressive in everything he done and hard to work with at the time, but I've got to say he didn't have to change his ways over the period.
It's just his enthusiasm. He wanted to win everything he did, whether it be a 4-mile run, a 50-yard sprint, 5-a-side, 7-a-side. He just wanted to be a winner, and I think that's probably what's kept him going as long as he has.
He deserves every bit of credit that he gets. You know, to go on and achieve that, you need to have something a bit more than hunger and desire. You know, it goes a bit deeper than that, and he's certainly got that in bucketfuls. But certainly as a goalkeeper, you would give the ball to him under pressure, knowing that it was safe and secure.
So when I first come, because obviously I wanted to take the penalties, and people used to say, no, it's sort of Grez's, you know, thing. Probably one of the best spot kick takers I've ever seen, and I still don't know to this day how he does it.
I was very fortunate. Every penalty we got, he scored. So much so that when we got a penalty, I was actually used to tell the lads just go back and get ready for the centre, because you knew that Graham Alexander was going to dispatch it in the net.
He's been a brilliant captain, a brilliant leader to his teammates over the years, and any time he wore the Scotland jersey, he wore it with distinction, pride, and gave absolutely everything he had, and I just love that in a player, and Graham Alexander deserves everything he gets.
We've both passed that 1,000 competitive games as outfield players, which it was nothing that I ever set off to achieve, and I don't think Graham actually sort of set off to achieve that.
I think for Graham to do that's been remarkable, it really is, and it's great credit to him, the way he's kept himself in great shape, his professionalism, and I think every club he's been at, you know, he's really taken pride in wanting to play.
He was a wonderful player for Preston North End and every club for which he played, and I've got to say, arguably, the most outstanding professional that I've dealt with in all my time in football.
Thousand games. You must be exhausted.
A little bit, yeah. I don't know how many good ones are in that 1,000, but you know, I just hung on as long as I could, really.
All the tributes that have come your way, the awards, the trophies you've won, where will this one rank, do you think?
Well, it's right up there because you know, it's something that's given to you by your peers, and you know, to get the respect of people within the game, you know, that's what every player craves. And I've just been fortunate enough to be in this game for 20 odd years. You know, my ambition was to play one game so I could say I was a professional footballer. So you know, to get to where I did, you know, it was more than I could have dreamt. So I'm really chuffed.
And what do you think it is that's really kept you going all that way?
It's just a love of the game. You know, it's I've been a 10-year-old for 30 years basically. You know, going out and playing football with my mates every day. It's been fantastic, and that's how I see it. You know, there's no better job to play. So that's how I see it.
And what next? Because you've had a brief taste of coaching and management. Is that something that you would move towards, do you think, now?
Yeah, that's what I want to do now. You know, sadly, I think my time is actually finished with playing. But you know, this is the game I love. This is the game that I breathe and I was born for. So hopefully, there's a career out there for me after my playing days.
We've loved watching you, Graham. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2012 PFA Merit Award winner. And now we move to the main award of the evening, the PFA Player of the Year. Before we show you the credentials of this year's nominees, here's a look at the Hall of Fame. So here are the nominations for the 2012 PFA Players Player of the Year. Sergio Aguero, Manchester City. Joe Hart, Manchester City. Scott Parker, Tottenham Hotspur. Robin van Persie, Arsenal. Wayne Rooney, Manchester United. And David Silva, Manchester City. And before we announce the winner, here are some of the reasons why these exceptional individuals have been nominated.